on?
Yeah, it's on.
All right, you'll be okay. It's funny. Don't mind him. He's okay. Get used to it. This is what media is like.
Oh,
People, oh yeah, they get all wigged out just before. It's normal. This is normal, my friend.
And then when I stop recording,
Yeah, then you'll stop it.
that.
Yeah, yeah, and we'll, don't worry. We can edit it down if you leave it on for a while. You're good, buddy. Yeah, you're fine. I know you're not used to that. It's different. You're getting it down there. You're doing a good job. Don't worry about making mistakes. That's the first thing I don't want you to worry about it. That's normal. You're doing good.
I think your camera's still. I
Yeah.
think your mic's still going on.
Lori will be throwing out the first pitch this afternoon. Lori currently serves as the American Legion Auxiliary President-elect, District 4 President, serves on the National Public Relations Committee. With her, I'm assuming her son decided not to join her today, is her son, Teddy. He's somewhere here. I see him on the sidelines over here. With her also, American Legion Junior Auxiliary Past Department President Samantha Stam and current Honorary Junior Vice President Kaylee Faubert. Okay, Lori, when you're ready, let it rip. Perfect strike. Great job, Lori.
Starting 85.
All right, that work okay? All right, not gonna read the last little thing so you know. All persons entering the ballpark assume all risk and danger incidental to the game of baseball, whether occurring prior to, during, or subsequent to the actual playing of the game, including specifically but not exclusively the danger of being injured by thrown bats and thrown or batted balls and greaves at the
Good afternoon and welcome to the Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University in Denver, Colorado. It's American Legion Region A Tournament Baseball. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Cam Gibson bringing it to you. Good to have you along. As the old saying goes, there can only be one. And think about it, after today, there's only 3 teams really that are in contention, and we'll tell you more about that. But so far, 3 teams have packed their bags and headed home. And after today's game play, there will only be 3 games remaining, 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. And they're fighting for the big prize to go to Shelby, North Carolina for all the expenses paid trip to the World Series.
leading off for Tucson. Number 4, the shortstop, David Kelp.
So it's the Tucson, Arizona Firebirds taking on Lake City, Texas. Both teams have lost a game. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. Lake City in their blue, gray, and white, trimmed with red. For Arizona in the black tops, trimmed with red and white pants. Second pitch taken for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2. For Tucson today, it's David Kelch leading off, followed by Jacob Federico and Rafael Padilla. 0-2 pitch on the way, fouled away. Count still remains at 0-2. On the mound for Lake City, it's Garrett Poston. In the field, it's David Reyna at shortstop, Jonathan McKay in center field. Catcher is Parker Osborne. Got a real workout yesterday. Reed Hamilton is the second baseman. The first baseman is John Schneider. Jason Jekyll in right field. At third base is Chase Doherty, and it's Cody Plowman in left field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch knocked down nicely. 2-2. Well, so far in the tournament, we have seen a lot of big plays. A lot of fireworks, meaning balls flying over the fence and sprayed in multiple directions, doubles, triples. Next pitch is popped up. It's going to be in short right field, chasing over. They're going to have to make a decision. The right fielder makes the catch.
Now coming to the plate, the second baseman, number 2, Jacob Federico.
And besides the fireworks, we have seen some very good pitching performance. And the Firebirds last night, of course, trying to stay alive today against League City. They will need a very good performance from their pitchers. If you think a couple nights ago, they had 6 pitchers that were masterful, hitting all the corners, literally painting the black, inside, outside, changing pitches. But last night it was Romo getting touched up, pretty much going most of the way, but really had to battle in the loss. You think about League City, they put up 25 runs yesterday, so this will be a really interesting game. It'll be good pitching against good hitting. Count still remains 0-2. One of these teams will be eliminated after this game. Next pitch hit to right field. Right fielder ranging over about 10 steps, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Approaching the plate is the right fielder, number 20, Padilla.
So it's Rafael Padilla, who has really swung a nice bat in this tournament. Really a contact hitter. You look at this starting 7 or 8, they're all very quick besides having very good bat control. Would not be surprised if we see a lot of balls fouled away, trying to waste the pitcher early. First pitch taken for a ball, speaking of. Just a little bit outside, and it's 1-0. We're going to talk about a lot of the sponsors from Texas who have brought this game to you. We want to say a special hello to League City. We know we have a lot of people watching today. Good to have you along. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Next pitch delivered, just missing. Count goes to 3-0. We have seen some very interesting ball games, from several blowouts to some very tight games won towards the end of the ball game. I would not be surprised if this would be a close game today.
Now coming to the plate, the pitcher, number 23, Adam Moraga.
So it's Adam Moraga, who could be one of the pitchers here this afternoon. He was the second pitcher up in the night game last time, who was very masterful. Coming to the plate, swings a good bat. So there's 1 man on, 2 outs. First pitch is hit down the right field line. That will go foul, and it's a long strike for 0-1. So Garrett Poston, we have seen him before. Has a good fastball. You'll see him pull a wrinkle every now and then and do a changeup. So going to come down to, and it sounds like a broken record, but keeping the ball down, trying to get the ground outs. 0-1 pitch on the way, waved at, took a little bit off of it, hitting the outside corner, and quickly 0-2. Oddly enough, in this tournament, we've not seen a lot of stolen bases. We've seen some very heads-up, intelligent running. Next pitch, hit and run, going to go to the second baseman. Not able to get to the bag, and gets him, though, at first for the final out. So after a half an inning, there's no score here at the Regency Athletic Complex here in Denver. You're watching tournament play here on Radioactive 24/7 Sports. And again, we want to say hello to all the people listening and watching here, because we know that GMC Communications Broadcasting is bringing this to you. We're going to talk more in just a moment. We're going to take a short break. Bottom half of the first inning. Good to have you along. Region A Tournament Baseball here from Denver, Colorado. It is the Tucson, Arizona Firebirds against League City. Coming to the plate for League City, it's going to start it off with David Rena, followed by Jonathan McKay and Parker Osborne, the catcher. First pitch delivered for a ball, and it's 1-0. Special thanks going out to GMC Communications Broadcasting, bringing this to you on radio via Charles. Thank you so much, Charles. And we're going to be talking a lot about some of the great sponsors that we invite you to go visit that are bringing this game to you. Second pitch on the way, and it's quick, actually third pitch, and is now quickly 3-0. Moraga delivers, hitting the inside corner, taking it to 3-1. So it is Adam Moraga starting on the mound. In the field for Arizona, David Kelch at shortstop. Next pitch going to be wide, taking it to 4 balls.
Coming to the plate, the center fielder, number 17, Jonathan McKay.
To finish the lineup for Tucson, it's Jacob Federico at second base, Rafael Padilla in right field. Third baseman is Martin Garcia, Orlando Romero on first base. Catching this afternoon, Joseph Molina, center fielder Angel Castillo, and Richard Martinez in left field. You will see a steady diet of trying to hit the corners and keeping the ball down by Moraga. Would not be surprised. There's the strike, as we just mentioned, at 0-1. Staying outside, being smart, being intelligent about the pitching. Don't want to make any mistakes early, especially against Texas, who erupted for 25 runs, hesitated, not able to get the ball out of the mitt, dropping it. Otherwise, the catcher could have possibly thrown him out. So what that does, it basically breaks up any attempt at doing a double play or a force play at second. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out, 1 man on. Bottom half of the first inning. Good to have you along. Little conference going to be on the mound here discussing strategy. The biggest one is just keep the ball down. But as we saw in game 1, Angel Castillo started the game going 2.5 innings. Then it was Moraga. Then it was Romo who came in, who pitched last night. Romo going most of the ball game, going close to 100 pitches. So most likely we will not see Romo at all pitching here this afternoon, but you will see him hitting and playing in the field. Very effective in other positions. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runner getting back, no throw. Little cat and mouse. You'll see a lot more strategy in this game. You can see the teams really tightening up as far as the thinking process as well as the physical process. They wouldn't be here if they haven't done well physically. Now it's really a matter of mastering the mind and the strategy of the ball game, and that's why coaching comes heavily into play in tournament play. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch going to be outside, taking it for full. Texas, you can tell, clearly got very comfortable with the setting. I would say day 1 when they played, maybe just a little bit tight. But you can see getting used to this. There's a ground ball to second base. Should get the first out. Runner advances to third.
Next up, the center fielder, correction, the catcher, number 8, Parker Osborne.
Parker Osborne, who really has had a very good tournament for a number of reasons. The most obvious is his ability to block pitches and call pitches. We've seen him a number of times, especially yesterday, with low pitching, really did a nice job of keeping the ball in front of him. Takes a strike, and it's now 0-1. So a man on third, opportunity here to get first blood for League City. Fly ball should score him. Knocked down nicely by the catcher here for Arizona in Joseph Molina. So we've told you this many times already, and I've done this so many times when we do baseball games. You would rather see the pitcher miss low and in the dirt, in this case in the turf. Little chopper, third baseman going to take it, go across the diamond, and they get him. Nice job on first base to keep that foot down to get the out.
Next up, the second baseman, number 20, Reed Hamilton.
Reed Hamilton stepping to the plate. We're going to do a special shout out for John Schneider's family. Saw John at the snack bar. I'm anticipating early saying good things about John. Nice young guy. Next pitch is hit foul down the left field line. Count is 0-1. So a lot of very friendly people that we found from League City. Got a chance to visit with them on banquet nights. Next pitch going to be high, even it at 1-1. So Moraga, a little bit high in some of his pitching. We're not used to seeing that. But as you get further in tournament play, you get a little bit tired, so the ball will rise on you. Keep in mind we're in day 3, still 2 to go. We mentioned the big prize next week for the winner of this tournament going to Shelby, North Carolina for the World Series. That will be on ESPN. 2-1 pitch. Fouled away. Count goes to 2-2. Some of the sponsors of this game from League City, Condition Monitoring Solutions. Go say hello to the friendly folks. Advantage BMW Clear Lake at 400 Gulf Freeway South, League City. Next pitch took a little bit off, gets him on the strike. So leaving 1 on after the walk, and there's no score after 1 in the books. You're watching Region 8 Tournament Baseball from Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University. We'll be right back. So it's Martin Garcia to start off the top of the second. Good to have you along. Radioactive 24/7 Sports bringing it to you. You can watch a rebroadcast or a rewind, call it what you like. You're able to do it as much as you like. Just go to our Facebook site. You can go to the Colorado American Legion Baseball Facebook site. We'll put it up right after the game. Watch it as much as you like. Again, due to, I want to say, security reasons here at Metro State, we're not able to put it on our actual website. Next pitch is fouled away. Quick count going quickly to 0-2. As we mentioned, 3 teams out already. This team, whoever loses in this battle here during the 3:30 game, will also be packing their bags. 0-2 pitch going to be knocked down by the catcher. We told you Osborne's going to get a workout here this afternoon. So far, it's been Eagle Crest, Gene Taylor, and New Mexico who have headed for home. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Just missing. Count goes to 2-2. Arizona, one of those scrappy teams. We saw a nice rally towards the end of the ball game, putting up a 3 spot, but very quickly answered back and ended up going down into defeat. But a very good effort pitching-wise to try to put the lid and stop some of the scoring and bleeding put to them last night. 2-2 pitch on the way, going to be a little bit high. Will be interesting to see if Arizona, there's a ground ball to the shortstop, going to come up firing on the run, gets him for the first out.
Now batting for Arizona, number 31, the first baseman,
Orlando Romero, followed by the catcher Joseph Molina here in the second inning. So obviously Poston doing a very good job keeping the ball down, getting those ground outs. How important is that early in the ball game? Set the tone. Off the glove of Poston, second baseman takes it the short way, gets the second out. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Next up, number 7, the catcher, Joseph Molina.
Joseph Molina here with 2 outs, looking to get the rally monkeys going. Don't let 2 outs fool you. We've seen way too many good rallies done, especially in this tournament, with 2 outs. Think of the number of hours that go into these moments here in Colorado. Next pitch taken for a strike on the outside corner. Poston doing a good job, evening it at 1-1. Going to be knocked down by Osborne, taking it to 2-1. Really the battle, we talked about the mind overcoming the body, is the nerves. 2-1 pitch. Going to be popped up. Third baseman coming over in foul territory. Makes the catch for the 3rd out. So some very good pitching, good fielding, and after 1.5 in the books, no score here from Denver. So Garrett Poston stepping to the plate, trying to help his own cause. He's the pitcher, starting it off here in the bottom half of the second inning. Good to have you along. American Legion Baseball Region 8 tournament from Denver. You know, we were talking about during the break here about pitching. And, you know, traditionally you would say good pitching beats good hitting, but that's not always the case in tournament play. Foul ball going to left field, makes the catch for the 1st out.
Now coming to the plate, number 21, the first baseman, John Snyder.
John Schneider, got to say again a special hello to friends and family for John. We promised we would do that. Really, I'm trying to get him to bribe me more often with cheeseburgers, but he wouldn't bite. So John stepping to the plate. First pitch taken for strike, inside corner. That looks a lot like Moraga we saw the other night. Starting to get the feel, going back and forth like a windshield wiper, hitting the corners with his fastball. Next pitch fouled away. Count quickly goes to 0-2. But as we mentioned, you know, the good pitching versus good hitting scenario, that's just not the case. We saw some very good pitches down low and away, getting sent over the right field fence, left field fence, triples, doubles, you name it. And to add to it, we've seen some very intelligent running, extending base hits to doubles and triples. 1-2 pitch, a little bit high, quickly goes to 2-2. This is game one that we're going to be webcasting tonight. We want to thank, by the way, a lot of people from Chico and different places requesting games. We do requests. Strike three is dropped, but the catcher going to easily get him at first for the out.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 16, Jason Jekyll.
Jason Jekyll stepping to the plate. 2 outs. We don't want to jinx any team, but maybe the scenario of good pitching, that philosophy is winning at the moment. 1 ball, no strikes. Jekyll looking to try to get something going here. Of course, if you're the coach for Texas, you're hoping to bottle up some of that magic and thunder that they had last night with 25 runs. Huge game. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Bottom half of the second inning. Getting the outside corner, and I mean literally on the black. 2-1. Inside just missing. You could see really trying to tease him. And Moraga has that kind of stuff that he can do a lot of teasing if he likes. 3-1 pitch on the way, waved at, takes it to a full count. You know, it's very deceiving, especially from up here as we're calling this. We do not see as much the levels, but we know it's pretty much staying in that knee-high territory, especially when Moraga's on the mound, and you can see knocking that wood down. And we've got another batter.
The third baseman, number 9, Chase Doherty.
So Chase Doherty, followed by potentially Cody Plowman. Man on first. Nice dig by the catcher once again. Really some great fundamental catching that we have seen in this game. Not too many pass balls by most of the teams. We've seen a few, but some of it is the turf itself causing ricochets. A little bit different when you're playing on turf. Texas making a beautiful heads-up play the other day where they caught the runner napping coming home and threw him out. 2-0 pitch, going to be high, quickly going to 3-0. So as you head into the weekend in tournament play, stamina really comes into play mostly for the pitchers more than anyone else. I'd even add the catchers. 3-0 pitch. Nails it for a strike, and it's 3-1. More aggressive teams we've seen literally first ball swinging. There goes the runner. And here's the throw. Let's see if it's in time. And it gets out of the glove of the shortstop. The runner advances. So here's an opportunity here for Texas early. Oh, it was a ball. Okay, it was a ball. Yep. So the runner takes first. So we have men at the corners. Texas with an opportunity for first blood. Moraga set. First pitch is inside for a ball.
Number 15, left fielder, Cody Plowman.
Cody Plowman, who does swing a hefty bat when he gets a hold of it, would love to spray one up the gap here. Not only scoring the run, but setting up the next run, setting the table. Good teams will do that. 1 ball, no strikes. Pitch delivered on the outside corner for a strike, evens it up at 1s. Speaking of masterful performances, we've heard some very good singers doing the national anthem. Audra Cassidy last night doing almost a tearjerker, really performed well. Next pitch taken for a strike, 1-2, 2 outs. Tonight we anticipate the first pitch being thrown out by Troy Rink of Channel 7 News. Next pitch hit up the middle, going to be a base hit, and 1 run will score for Texas. So League City with good bat control getting the first run.
Now batting, number 1, David Reyna.
Top of the lineup here for League City, coming in at 1-1. David Reyna, potentially Jonathan McKay. We saw McKay coming on in relief last night. McKay opening it up in center field very, very quick. So David Reyna, we'll see what kind of bat control here. Really the word is discipline too as far as hitting. 1 ball, no strike, good eye there. Men on first and second, they're looking for the force at third. 1 error in the ball game here so far. 2 outs, 2 men on. Moraga delivers high, going to 2-0. You know, Colorado weather, we have people coming in, obviously from different states. And a lot of the folks coming in, especially this time of the year, are used to warmer weather. They're used to either very muggy weather, or if you're from Arizona, the dry heat, as they say, feeling like you're in an oven. I know because I was born in Tucson. But they were treated to a really kind of a bonanza blast yesterday afternoon. It rained, causing the temperatures to get down in the low 60s. It was actually kind of funny to see people breaking out sweaters. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs, conference over. Understandably, want to be careful here. You don't want to give up another run. More importantly, you don't want to let Texas get into a rhythm, and they sure got into one yesterday. So Moraga, being careful, goes high. And again, I'm not saying he's tired, but maybe fatigue might be a little bit of a factor here. Another conference very quickly with Moraga and the third baseman. Probably more encouragement. So with the air clearing a little bit and warmer temperatures, ball can fly out of the park. We've seen that quite a few yesterday. There was 4-in-1 ball game, including a grand slam home run. 3 balls, 1 strikes, 2 outs, 2 men on. Next pitch taken for a strike. Nice location. That was about belt high on the outside corner, taking it to a full count. Runner's going, and he strikes him out. So a good effort there to stop the damage, but 1 run is in on 1 hit. So after 2 in the books, it is League City on top. You're watching the game of the week here from Denver, and we'll be right back. Top half of the third inning, Angel Castillo leading it off here for Arizona, followed by Richard Martinez, and top of the order in David Couch. Fly ball, you can see the first baseman in short right field making the catch for 1 out. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 60, Richard Martinez.
So Garrett Poston being very efficient here this afternoon, getting balls down, getting ground outs, and getting short fly balls. In most of the tournament, we've seen a lot of high-level pitch counts, high numbers. Second pitch takes it to ball 2, 2-0 with 1 out. A little bit low, taking it quickly to 3-0. Want to say again, special thanks going out to League City Postal, also McLean Boat Trailers, the Gulf Coast's largest manufacturer of coast boat trailers. Again, want to say hello to Charles at GMC Communications, taking this out on radio in League City. So it's an honor to bring the audio here for you. Keep in mind, if after the game you've listened to it, you can either watch it via your smartphone on Facebook with us, radioactive247sports.com, or you can go to the Colorado American Legion Baseball Facebook, and you can watch it there right after the ball game. So there's 1 out, 1 man on. Arizona looking to threaten here in the top half of the third. Next pitch hit to right field, racing over. This may get past the right fielder. It does. It's going to go up against the fence and over. So they will call a ground rule double. So men at second and third, and there's 1 out.
Now coming to the plate, number 2, Jacob Federico.
So you can see the danger of getting the pitch up, and really a good job of going opposite field because the pitch was on the outside corner, screaming it past the right fielder. Fly ball should score a run. First pitch taken for a strike, letter high fastball, and it's 0-1. So both teams sharing 1 hit apiece. And Arizona looking to tie this one up. Next pitch hit right field, going to be a base hit, 1 run will score. Wisely holding up the runner at third. So it's all even at 1.
Next up, number 20, Rafael Padilla.
So as we painted the picture the last couple of days about Arizona, Arizona has made the trip to the finals 2 years in a row in Boulder, losing to San Mateo last year and then a very good Hawaii team. So now they're very hungry, obviously, to keep this one going and make the trip to Shelby. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Men on first and third. There goes the runner going opposite field, going across the diamond, and gets the out on the short hop, but the run will score.
Now batting, number 23, Adam Moraga.
So just like that, Arizona answering back quickly. Garrett Poston doing a good job, but you can see some good timely hitting going opposite field twice in this inning. First pitch is fouled away, quickly going to 0-1. So the pitcher, Adam Moraga, potentially followed by Martin Garcia. 2 outs. It's going to be a slow roller to the third baseman. He bobbles it, and he's not going to get him. Way too fast is Moraga.
Now batting, number 6, Martin Garcia.
So Martin Garcia with 2 outs could really help the cause here. Garcia, another tough out, because if he hit a slow roller like we just saw, has a lot of speed and always makes it close at first. That's the hard thing about playing Arizona. They're very swift, and they get out of the gate very, very quickly. 2 outs, men at the corners. Poston now with a challenge here to close the lid on the scoring here with 2 runs in and 2 hits. And that's hammered. That may go out of here. And it does. You can see it bouncing in the parking lots. So we will see a tip of the helmets here momentarily. And it's 5-1 Arizona.
Now coming to the plate, number 31, Orlando Romero.
So the Firebirds flexing their muscles and putting up 5 runs in this inning on 3 hits. Must have had a little extra Wheaties here this morning coming into this game, because that thing flew out of here very, very quickly. So Poston, who looked like he was breezing for a couple of innings, had a very rude interruption to what he thought could be potentially a good afternoon. Forecast skies cooling it off just a bit, but that sure didn't slow the ball. Next pitch taken for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Next pitch going to be a high chopper, going to be foul. And the count goes to 0-2. League City, this is one of those teams that can erupt just as fast as we just saw Arizona. Potentially, this could be a slugfest. 0-2 pitch, knocked down nicely by Osborne. 1-2. Metropolitan State University is where they're having the tournament. Poston delivers, going to be missing. Oh, they do catch him. Kind of a delayed call, but catching him. But after, really, you think about it, 3 hits, it's 5 runs being put up by Arizona, and they lead after 2.5. Score is 5-1. You're watching the game of the week from the Regency Athletic Complex. We'll be right back. Bottom half of the 3rd inning, Jonathan McKay stepping to the plate. Another tough out here potentially for League City. Next pitch going to be hit sharply to the second baseman. He's going to come up firing. He gets it the first out.
Now batting, number 8, Parker Osborne.
Catcher Parker Osborne coming to the plate. Second attempt at hacking to try to get on. Down by 4 runs is League City. This is not a big chore necessarily. The key is to really try to throw off the rhythm of Moraga, who's starting to get it. Next pitch going to be hit, and a nice stab by the shortstop to get the second out.
Now coming to the plate, number 20, Reed Hamilton.
Reed Hamilton stepping to the plate, but it's David Kelch make it a fine catch and preventing not only a single but potentially a double. So 2 outs. League City down by 4, 5-1. Moraga delivers, slider, takes it for a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. A little bit high on that pitch is Moraga. We've seen that several times early in the ball game. Not bending the back properly. Count evens at 1-1. Drops one in there at the knees on the inside corner. 1-2 looks a lot like we saw the other night. He was very robotic-like in the delivery. And you can tell when he's on, he starts increasing the pace. And when I say catches him on the strikeout, and when I say increasing the pace, he works a lot faster. So a very quick inning here for Arizona, getting out of it. And after 3 in the books, it's 5-1, the Firebirds on top. Arizona and Joseph Molina to start it off here in the top half of the 4th inning. Good to have you along. It's the game of the week from Denver, Colorado. For all you viewers, good to have you along. Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University. A lot of activity that goes on here all the time. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. We understand that there's going to be a soccer tournament starting this weekend on Saturday going through. So again, the good folks here at Metro State with their hands full doing a fine job of not only taking care of us, but the soccer tournament as well. Knocked down by Osborne. Count goes to 1-1. Special thanks going out to some more key sponsors of this ball game. Harbor Insurance, go see Jan Lehman. She's an expert in veterans benefits. Also, Bay Area Kitchens. Next pitch is going to hit on a one hopper to the second baseman. Easy play, gets the out.
Now batting. Number 21, Angel Castillo.
Angel Castillo stepping to the plate with one down. Also special thanks going out to Dixie Security Solutions. A little bit of history there. They've turned into one of the top 10 digital security system manufacturers in the world. Check them out. Proceeds of this tournament, some of the will be donated to the Gulf Coast Wounded Warriors Project. So thank you, sponsors, one and all. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Arizona with the big explosion last inning. Next pitch is fouled away, and it's 2-1. Maybe a little bit of frustration on Arizona's part. Very competitive team, and they want to go to the World Series. Next pitch going to go down the right field line. This could be trouble if it's in. It is. Heading to second with a stand-up double is Angel Castillo.
Approaching the plate, number 60, Richard Martinez.
That's one of those plays when you're an outfielder, when you see the ball slicing like that. really not much you can do. It's almost like the ball has eyes. So it's a stand-up double for Castillo. So it's Richard Martinez followed by David Couch, 1 out. Arizona threatening once again. Poston getting roughed up. First pitch just missing. You could see the catcher trying to frame that one, but the umpire didn't buy it. So the Oscar isn't awarded. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Castillo standing on second. A little bit high, takes it to 2-0. So Poston, who was breezing, I won't say laboring, but he is definitely being challenged. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. 2-1. So keep in mind, you can go back and watch this. We do get requests all the time. Next pitch took a little bit off, waves at it. 2-2. So Poston now, besides hitting corners, starting to change up speeds, trying to throw off these Firebird hitters. So far he's had more of a diet, if you will, of fastballs hitting corners. They're catching on. They adjust quickly. That's why you saw the 5-run explosion. So he's got to change up the speeds, mix it up. Next pitch is high, taking it full. 4 hits, 5 runs for the Firebirds. 1 hit, 1 run for League City. We're going 9 innings here this afternoon. 3-2 pitch on the way, missing, and he walks him.
Now batting, number 4, David Kelch.
Leadoff hitter David Kelch coming to the plate, followed by Jacob Frederico. Really, there's not a whole lot of weakness in this lineup. Castillo, you think about where he's located in the lineup, and he's in the middle. Actually, he's the number 8 hitter, so that tells you a lot. The number 8 hitter sending it out of here. No rest for the weary, basically. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, 2 men on. Firebirds threatening. Next pitch a little bit high. Ball starting to rise a little bit here for Poston. Count goes to 2-0. Poston set. Hammered down the third baseline, knocking it down. Gets the force at third, going for the double. And they get a nice play. So Arizona getting out of that with no damage on a very nice play by the third baseman. And after 3.5 in the books, it's a 5-1 ball game. We'll be right back. Bottom half of the 4th inning, it's going to be Garrett Poston stepping to the plate. Still plenty of time, but you don't want to let momentum continue to shift. Meaning the pitching has gotten very good all of a sudden with Moraga. Again, when you have a 4-run lead, that really helps the spirits as far as if you're pitching when you're struggling initially. And you can see Moraga starting to really keep the ball down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch taken for another strike, and he's starting to get really consistent getting into that rhythm, hitting the corners. Quickly 1-2. A little bit outside, takes it to 2-2 on the fastball. Moraga not really going too much to the changeup. There it is. Hard slider just missing. Takes it to 3-2. Arizona fans thinking they had that one. Fouled away, good protection. Count still remains 3-2. Really, for the most part, the pitch counts have been, for the most, really kind of down, except for that one inning there by League City. It's going to be a slow roller cued. Going to be a tough play. Not in time.
Now coming to the plate, number 21, John Snyder.
John Schneider stepping to the plate. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Man on first, nobody out. League City looking to chip away at this lead, down by 4. Moraga delivers, going to be high. Count goes to 1-0. Temperatures back up after a very nice cool day yesterday. We're going to guess in the lower 90s. 1 ball, no strike. Moraga delivers, hits sharply down the right field line, foul. Count evens at 1-1. So for League City, really, it's one of those things we saw that they can go opposite field as well. We saw a number of doubles, not only going down the line yesterday, but really spraying the gaps. Missing, count goes to 2-1. As Cameron Gibson and I were talking about yesterday, really not seeing really any drag bunts whatsoever. We saw a lot of attempts the first day. It's going to be a 3 hopper to the shortstop, gets the first one and gets the double play.
Now batting, number 16, Jason.
So a nice turn on the double play. And if you're the team that's behind, that could be almost, if you will, a momentum killer. We saw that early in the game when League City had this happen to him before against Chico. Going to be a high chopper, going to be a tough play, bobbled, so it'll be a base hit. Just over Moraga's head, and it was really a tough play for the shortstop to try to come up and get him at first because of the speed of the runner, even if he'd have made a nice play. Next pitch hit right field, going opposite field. That's going to be trouble. Racing towards third. We'll see if they send him. They're going to hold him at third. So a nice double here with 2 outs, and the rally is on.
Now batting, number 15, Cody Plowman.
Cody Plowman stepping to the plate. So Chase Doherty just going opposite field, getting the double, and we saw the first run was courtesy of Cody Plowman getting the base hit. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2 and continue the party. 1 ball, no strike, low and in the turf. Little discussion here by the third base coach. Going to just hawk to blue and see what this one's about. Very quickly coming down the line. So again, special thanks to all the sponsors here from League City. Let's start off with CMC Communications Broadcasting, meaning Charles. Also Condition Monitoring Solutions, Advantage BMW Clear Lake, League City Postal, McLean Boat Trailers, Harbor Insurance, Bay Area Kitchens, and Dixie Security Solutions. Again, not only bringing this game to you, but also some of the proceeds going to a very good cause in Gulf Coast Wounded Warriors Project. First pitch taken, or actually second pitch taken for a ball. It's now 2-0. Minutes, second and third. Very good opportunity here to scratch away at that lead. And Plowman a good man to do it. So fouling that one away, and that was one of those excuse me fouls. 2 balls, 1 strike. If you're a batter, you wish you could have gotten out of the way. He clearly was trying to get out of the way, but hitting the handle, count goes to 2-1. Next pitch is waved at, really just blown by him. Little country fastball takes it to 2-2. We'll just call it the Arizona Express there on that pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. It's going to be a roller to the shortstop, going to come up firing, should be the final out, and it is. So a good job being done by Moraga to stop any damage. The score still remains 5-1. You're watching Region A Tournament Baseball here from the Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University. We'll be right back. Arizona looking to continue, as the song says, the beat goes on. Trying to get that rhythm back. Of course, they put a 5 spot up in the 3rd inning. We're now in the top half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Cam Gibson bringing it to you. Metropolitan State University. First pitch is fouled away. Count goes to 0-1. So the reason why we are going silent during the breaks is we found out, and we apologize, but really it wasn't our fault. Next pitch going to be wide. Count goes to 1-1. But the reason, when you noticed, if you're listening here, that we've gone silent is that now YouTube has an algorithm, if I'm saying that correctly. I'm not very technical. I know how to push buttons, and that's about it. But we found out that when music is being played in the background, that they shut the audio off completely, like experienced in one of the earlier ball games. So that's why we shut the audio down when we go to the break, because we don't want you to miss any of the action. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So when we go silent, we're not going away. We're just keeping the audio there for you. Next pitch is fouled away. 2-2. Number's a little bit deceiving when you look on the scoreboard. 4 hits for both teams, 1 error for both teams, but the difference is another 4 spot, meaning Arizona with a 4-run lead. Home runs really do help, especially when you set the table as Arizona did. Castillo sending it out of here. 2-2 pitch on the way. Hammered, going foul. And you can see really Arizona getting dialed in. You can see they're looking and seeing the ball a whole lot better and figuring out Poston. 2-2 pitch. It's going to be a base hit. Just out of the reach of the shortstop.
Next up, number 20, Padilla.
Rafael Padilla with nobody out, with the leadoff single, looking to extend this. Infield looking double play. They want to get out of here quickly. We'll see potentially what kind of an arm Osborne has for League City. This pitch going to go down the left field line foul. 0-1. But a lot of respect here by a lot of the runners for most of the teams in this tournament, not really challenging the arms of the catcher. Not in time. Way too much speed for Arizona. You want to try to keep them close. And we'll see what kind of slide step move that Poston has. Just missing outside. Count goes to 1-1. It was actually a pleasure to see last night Nolan pitching, going to an old-fashioned windup. But when men were on, went to that slide step to get the ball in quickly and being very effective. Next pitch fouled away, going to 1-2. So for Arizona, they would love to go ahead and put the heat on, keep the pressure on, keep League City off guard by just continually putting 1 and 2 runs up each inning. We saw him do that earlier. And you don't have to swing hard, just get base hits. That's all you need to do. One of the temptations for a lot of these strong players is to want to hit for the fences. But the more effective teams just spray the ball, get it to right field, go opposite field, and you see a lot of numbers being put up. Blocked by Osborne. Here comes the throw. It's going to bounce. Let's see it. And it gets past the shortstop, but a nice follow-up by McKay in the outfield. So the runner advances, 2 balls, 2 strikes. You can see the speed of Federico standing on second. Padilla now with the golden opportunity at 2-2. Count going full. So if you're Poston, obviously you're looking for some kind of an out here, but you have to still be careful. 3-2 pitch, waved at, gets him on the outside corner. And there's one down.
Number 23, Adam Moraga.
So a very good location by Poston and a very important strikeout. So the pitcher Moraga stepping to the plate. Another threat just like Castillo. You have 2 very good hitting pitchers. First pitch fouled away down the right field line. 0-1. On deck for Tucson, it's Martin Garcia, followed by Orlando Romero. Trying to go down the right field line. You can see it ricocheting off the fence. Count goes to 0-2. Really like the layout of this park. It is a beautiful park and well thought out. Really fan friendly as far as you can sit really literally right on the dugout of either team. Really kind of gets you in the action of it. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Federico on second. Waved at another good location, getting the strikeout.
Now approaching the plate, number 6, Martin Garcia.
You could see the English on that, and Poston coming up with 2 big strikeouts and hitting the corners on opposite sides of the plate. So that shows you some control there by Poston in a very timely and efficient manner. 5-1 ball game, very important here for Poston to get out of here without another run being put on the board. We're in the top half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along from Metro State University. Missing a little bit low. Count goes to 1-0. You can see Frederick, a little cat and mouse going on there between the second baseman. Hammered, going to be a base hit. They should run him. Here he goes. When you got that kind of speed, another run will score.
Now batting, number 31, Orlando Romero.
So Jacob Frederico really kind of matching the mascot here at Metro State University, displaying those road runner-like qualities. And the score is now 6-1 on the base hits. 6 hits now for the Firebirds, knocked down by Osborne. So Poston, after 2 very good strikeouts with very good location, giving up the base hit. And now the chore is to get out of this one because another very good batter here for the Firebirds. Romero has some pop to the bat. Next pitch going to be high, taking it to 2-0. This is game 1 of our webcast. We'll be coming on in the night set coming up later. Traditionally, we turn the cameras off for about 30 to 40 minutes. We'll be right back with you at 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Next pitch fouled and tipped. Count is 2-1. So as we mentioned at the beginning of the cast, there can only be one, and both of these 2 teams have lost a game. Next pitch going to be a high chopper, going to be a tough play for the shortstop. Comes up firing, and he gets him.
Fans, at this time, we'd like to recognize all of our veterans that have
David Reyna now with the chore to try to get him back in after the run was scored in the top half of the inning. Reyna is the leadoff hitter, followed by Jonathan McKay, and then it's Parker Osborne. First pitch taken for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Good to have you along at Metro State University or Metropolitan State University, whichever you prefer. Denver, Colorado. Clouds starting to clear. It's a beautiful day, nice and warm. Good day to get a tan. Next pitch waved at for a strike, and it's now 2-1. So Reina, very important that he has an intelligent at bat, not get too anxious. When you're down by at least 4 or 5 or 6 runs, anytime you're down, and you're being pressed almost every other inning, you tend to press yourself trying to get on. Next pitch going to be outside. Count goes to full count, 3-2. Moraga set. Next pitch going to be a high chopper just over Moraga's head. There's the throw. Gets past the first baseman. But Reina's going to stay at first. So a very important at bat here for Arizona in the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Number 17, Jonathan McKay.
Jonathan McKay, another tough out, playing center field today, especially coming out of the left side of the box. Especially if he slaps it down the third base line, can make it tough. Can you want to avoid a double play here? Infield is playing in. Moraga delivers, waved at for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Guess we'll do a pitch count at the end.
So really an important at-bats here for League City, just hitting the black, getting the strike, and it's 0-2. So Moraga starting to look like what we saw the first night. Starting to do a little painting, getting the easel out, going both sides of the plates. Count goes to 1-2. Little bit low, was tempting, you could see. Not going around was McKay. Count goes to 2-2. Fly ball to center field, going back. It is moving, and it gets over the center fielder's head. Racing to third will be Reina. They hold him up, so it's a double for McKay.
Now batting, number 8, Parker Osborne.
So Angel Castillo may have gotten fooled just a little bit because the ball just kept traveling, and you could see on a dead run, almost slowed down just a little bit, but not able to catch up to it. So you have men at second and third and nobody out. So it's Osborne stepping to the plate. Whacked down the right field line foul, and some loud strikes here by League City here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Good to have you along. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, Cam Gibson bringing it to you. It's all about adjustments, isn't it? And you can see League City starting to get maybe a little bit of book here on Moraga. Tried to snap one, got it up high. Count goes to 1-1. We would like to extend a welcome to League City, Texas. Thanks for listening here this afternoon. Curveball, same result, taking it to 2-1, a little bit high. 6 hits for both teams, but 6 runs for Arizona. But League City is threatening here with nobody out, 2 men on, second and third. Moraga set at the belt, snaps one off. Gets the result is positive for a strike, painting the black 2-2. So Moraga going more to an off-speed pitch, teasing him with that strike. Keeping it low, bounces it. But a good job by the catcher to keep it in front of him. Keeping the runner at third. Good fundamental catching. We won't repeat ourselves, but we're seeing a lot of it. Not very many pass balls in this tournament. Speed of most of these teams very hard once it gets past you to get it back in time to prevent a run on the throw. League City being one of them. Count goes full, nobody out. Osborne now with a little head game of himself, taking the timeout. Three-two pitch on the way, waved at, and a timely strikeout.
Next up, number 20, Reed Hamilton.
Really like what we just saw there with Moraga, because that was a tough at-bat with Osborne, one of their top hitters, and he just challenged him going inside with the changeup, and he struck him out. So there's one down. Curveball hitting the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Going to be another discussion here between pitcher and catcher. Don't want to give up any runs here. A lot of these teams scouting each other and hanging out during the games when it's their turn to face each other. Really like so far what we've seen, a lot of sportsmanship. We've not seen any tempers flaring whatsoever. And if you look at the code of conduct that American Legion does emphasize, we'll talk about that in a moment. Taking it off, waves at it. Schneider missing. Count goes to 0-2. But one of the codes of conduct, which they really emphasize, and if you've ever been to an American Legion game, they have the players repeat after one of the members, and it's keep my temper. Also, one of the big ones is keeping a stout heart in defeat and keeping pride under in victory. Some wise words to mentor with here by the veterans. 1-2 pitch on the way. Hammered for a base hit. That's going to score one run. They're going to wave him in. Here comes the throw. It's going to be cut off. And just like that, 2 runs, but they get him at second, trying to extend the play. There's 2 outs, but 2 runs are in.
Now batting, number 14, Garrett Poston.
So Reed Hamilton trying to extend a single into a double, gets thrown out at second. There's 2 outs, but a couple runs come in, and it's now a 6-3 ball game. Garrett Poston, the pitcher, looking to help his effort, takes the ball. It's 1-0. Working quickly is Moraga. Working low and is now 2-0. Next pitch is fouled away, 2-1. The bases are now clear on the single, but also getting thrown out in the effort. Not keeping the inning, maybe extending this inning. Bouncing one, count goes to 3-1. We've seen a lot of discussion going on here between pitcher and catcher here for Arizona. The chess game is afoot. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runs are in on 7 hits. That's hit well. That's going to get past the right fielder. We'll see if it's enough to go out. It's going to bounce it up against the wall. We'll see how quickly they can get it in. So it's a stand-up double with 2 outs. How important was that throw out at second now?
Now batting, number 21, John Snyder.
Potentially that could have been another run on that double. So 8 hits now for League City, and it's a 6-3 ball game. John Schneider going to step to the plate. John said he'd come over and talk to me if he got a couple of hits. So, John, let's get you ripping here. First pitch taken for a strike. It's now 0-1. I would love to put a microphone on some of these players. But then again, maybe not. Our stadium announcer said, well, we're not sure about that one. Next pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-2. We'll just put that code of conduct right in front of them, right, James? Yeah, make sure they're doing that one. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on second, screaming double. Moraga getting touched up in this inning. We knew it was coming sooner or later. Knocked down nicely once again. Good defensive catching here by Arizona. Molina not only getting a good workout, but also keeping the strategy up, trying to keep his pitcher to keep the ball down low. We've seen a number of conferences on the mound. Moraga delivers. There's the curveball missing on the ins, and he catches them. Wow. So a big strikeout here by Moraga to end the inning, but a couple of big hits and 2 runs are in. Score after 5 complete. It's a 6-3 ball game. You're watching Region A tournament here from the Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University. We'll be right back. Top half of the 6th inning, it's going to be Joseph Molina setting it and getting it underway. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Joseph Molina, followed by a very dangerous hitter in Angel Castillo, and then it's Richard Martinez for Arizona. Next pitch is going to be fouled away. Count goes or stays at 1-2. So Poston, extra duties here going into the 6th inning. Both pitchers getting roughed up. Snaps a curveball, but it gets it whacked up the middle for a base hit.
Now batting, number 21, Angel Castillo.
Well, clearly you've got to be careful with Angel Castillo here. He screamed one out of here the last time and knocked in a couple of ribbies, and now he's got the table set for him again here in the top half of the 6th inning. 6-3 ball game. Good to have you along. There's the bunt. Poston will get him at first, and that will do it. They move the runner over.
Coming to the plate, number 60, Richard Martinez.
Richard Martinez now with a man on second. We'll see what kind of bat control he has. 8 hits here for League City, 3 runs, 7 hits and 6 runs for Arizona. First pitch dropped in for a strike, and it's 0-1. So Poston really going to have to be careful here. Base hit will potentially score him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Golden opportunity to put more heat on. It's going to be a high chopper just over Poston's head. Tough play at first. They get him. That is a very good lesson for little leaguers watching this, the way that the shortstop stayed with it, making a very tough play. David Kelch going to step to the plate. 2 outs, man on third. So Poston may be feeling like he's in the circus, in other words, walking the tightrope here in the top half of the 6th. First pitch taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next pitch blocked nicely by Osborne, preventing a run from scoring. One ball, 1 strike. Poston with an opportunity here to try to put the lid on some scoring, give his team a chance to continue. Fading on the right field line. And it is a double heading towards 3. That's a big hit. The run does score. They bounced it over, so it'll be a double, but nonetheless, it's now a 7-3 ball game. So the pressure is being put on. Every time you see League City get a run or 2, Arizona comes right back and responds.
Now batting, number 2, Jacob Federico.
Jacob Federico going to step to the plate. 2 outs. The table still is set. Federico, we saw, has the afterburners stepping to the plate. First pitch is high and inside, and it takes it to 1-0. Eight hits apiece for both teams, but a 4-run spread by Arizona. Poston delivers. Thought he was going to get out of this one. You could see he was making some very good pitches, but then the screaming double, wrecking his opportunity to keep the lid on the scoring by Arizona. 7-3 ball game. Poston is set. Going to be high. Count goes to 3-0. This could be a money pitch or a danger pitch. .30 pitch on the way. Drops one in on the inside corner. Goes to 3-1. Well, there's nothing wrong with the nerves of Garrett Poston challenging the batter going at 3-1. Next pitch fouled away. Count quickly goes to 3-2. Very good experience for a lot of these players, especially as I look at the lineup here. We have a number of players that are not seniors, a lot listed as freshmen. That's hit deep. This could go out, going back to the fence, and it's gone. Second home run for Arizona, clearing the table, and 2 runs will score. So Arizona doing a good job of setting the table and then clearing the table. It's now 9-3.
Now batting, number 20,
Rafael Padilla stepping to the plate. 6-run lead. We're in the top half of the 6th inning. Might be getting a little uncomfortable here for you fans in Arizona. It's going to be a 1 chopper, easily getting the play at first, but the damage is done on the home run, and there's 3 runs on the inning. So after 6.5 in the books, it's a 9-3 ball game. Arizona on top. Bottom half of the sixth inning, Jason Jekyll going to step to the plate. Very important at bats or next few innings that League City starts to scratch away because Arizona has come up with some very good hitting. Taking time out, so there will be no pitch on the play. So Jaco looking to get something going here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. We're going 9. He does so. It's going to go easily for a double. He's going to race towards second. So a good start here for League City, and they're going to hold him at second.
Now batting, number 9, Chase Dougherty.
So Jace Dowdy stepping to the plate. We'll see what he can do. We have a man on second, nobody out. First pitch just missing, and it must have hit him, so he will be awarded first base.
Now batting, number 15, Cody Plowman.
Cody Plowman going to step to the plate. 2 men on, nobody out. Looking for a force at third, looking for a double play is Arizona. We saw that earlier in the ball game where a double play killed the rally against League City. Nine hits apiece for both clubs, 1 error apiece, but again, the 6-run spread here by Arizona. Bottom half of the sixth inning. Good to have you along. Regency Athletic Complex, Metro State University in Denver. We are enjoying this facility. Again, the views here are just beautiful. And again, a chance to really experience a lot of the weather changes here in Denver. First pitch dropped in for a strike. It's 0-1. So Moraga changing up the strategy, coming in with the curveball, gets the strike on the first pitch. Trying to keep the hitters off balance is Arizona. Looking bunt. There's the first good drag bunt that we've seen, and it's a base hit. So catching Arizona off guard. That was a huge play by League City. The bases are loaded.
Coming to the plate, number 1, David Reyna.
David Reyna going to come to the plate. Nobody out, another conference on the mound. We'll see if the coach comes out for a visit. So you figure, like we saw earlier, when League City put 2 up on the board, thinking they were going to scratch their way back into this. But very quickly it was Arizona that put a 3 spot up and extending the lead. So now, like a prize fight, we're seeing the 2 fighters, and we'll see who can extend or get who here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. We'll see what kind of plays that are being made. Next pitch is going to be hit for a base hit. 1 run will score. So League City with a very timely at bat here, getting the run.
Now at bat, number 17.
Jonathan McKay stepping to the plate. Of course, he got the double earlier. 9-4 ball game, 11 hits by League City, but they're behind by 5 compared to 9 hits for Arizona. Home runs, when you set the table, can make a huge difference. 2 home runs in the ball game here for Arizona. Next pitch is going to be a little floater. It's going to be another base hit. 1 run will score, and they hold him at third. Good throw because he might have been out. So 2 runs on 2 hits so far, and there's nobody out. 9-5 ball game. So clearly there's going to be a conference on the mound after 2 runs are in and a couple of hits. League City, if you look at the scoreboard, if you're looking at the red, you would think League City was in the lead because they have 12 hits to Arizona's 9. But it's a 4-run lead here. But actually League City clawing their way back. So Moraga going to take a seat with a good effort, but the good bats here of League City starting to even this one up. Again, want to say special thanks to several sponsors: CMC Communications Broadcasting, Condition Monitoring Solutions, Advantage BMW Clear Lake in Texas, League City Postal, McLean Boat Trailers, Harbor Insurance, Bay Area Kitchens, and Dixie Security Solutions. So we apologize. Basically, we have to shut down audio when music goes on just because of copyright laws by YouTube, but we're still here. We're good to have you along at Metropolitan State University. We don't want you to miss any of the webcasts. First pitch taken for a strike. It's Osborne, the catcher, with nobody out. 2 runs are in and the bases are loaded. Next pitch going to be wide, and the count evens at 1-1. So it's Adrian Arundulis. We'll get that right here for you. Going to 1-1. Next pitch going to be low, and it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. So a golden opportunity here for League City. Next pitch whacked down the right field line, foul. Count evens at 2-2. But if you're Osborne, you would love to get a double here. And that would make it a 2-run ball game if both runs do score. Right now we're sitting at 9-5. Next pitch is going to be a slow roller to the third baseman. They're going to go home, get the force, so they get the lead runner, and there's 1 out.
Now batting, number 20, Reed Hamilton.
So Reed Hamilton going to step to the plate. There's 1 out. Bases are loaded. But a nice play by the third baseman, getting the force at home. meaning Martin Garcia. But 2 runs are in already. Next pitch hit down the right field line, foul. Count goes to 0-1. So a tough situation here for Arizona. Moraga being relieved. Had a good effort, but you could just see the bats really coming alive, and really some very good adjustment here by both teams as far as the pitchers are concerned, because Poston very much got touched up after about a couple of innings, and the batters adjusting very well, seeing the ball very well. That's hit hard. That could go over the left fielder fence. It goes up against the wall. 2 runs will score. They're going to send the runner. We'll see if they can get 3, and they do. So a huge inning here for League City on the double.
Now batting, number 14, Garrett Poston.
So a big double. And now 5 runs in the inning here for League City exploding. And it's a 9-8 ball game. First pitch is wide for a ball, and it's now 1-0. Next pitch is going to be taken a little bit low. We thought maybe that might have been a strike. It looked like a knee high fastball. 13 hits now for League City, and they're only down by 1. This is a huge at bats. So as we mentioned just about 2 minutes ago, if you looked at the scoreboard, with 13 hits, meaning for League City, next pitch taken for a strike, you would think they were ahead. It would be 13-9 on the hits side of the scoreboard. But down by 1 run and rallying is League City. We initially reported that maybe this could be a pitcher's duel in the first 2 innings. But then, as we mentioned also at the beginning of the webcast, fireworks do happen here on a warm day, 9-8. Man on second. Next pitch is fouled away. Count goes full to 3-2. Keep in mind there's only 1 out. League City could walk out of this inning with the lead, down by 1. Missing on the outside, and he walks him.
Now batting, number 21, John Snyder.
So John Schneider now with an opportunity, really not having a very good day at bat, and a chance to redeem himself. This is a very good hitter, and they're going to replace the pitcher already. Wow, that was fast. So being careful here, they don't want to have to travel home to Tucson that quickly. The loser of this game heads back home. The other one gets to stay and compete again tomorrow. Again, games tomorrow will be at 3 and 7 o'clock. And the championship game will be at noon. Now, if needed, depending upon how the games go on here, there could be an additional game at 3:30. And again, really, the next couple of games will really tell what's going on. So we're going to take a short break as we have the warm-up pitcher, and it looks like Angel Castillo. We'll be right back. So John Schneider now to face Angel Garcia. We knew, or Castillo, we knew we were going to see him sooner or later. In the opening night, it was Angel Castillo who had 3 very strong innings, and then it was Moraga who replaced him. 6 pitchers in that game, and, you know, very wisely, the coaches here for Arizona spreading their pitchers and saving their arms in pitch counts. Bunt down the right field line. Good bunt. That's going to move the runners over. So now we have runners at second and third with 2 outs.
Now batting, number 16, Jason Jekyll.
Jason Jekyll going to step to the plates. Had a very good at-bat last inning, producing some runs, now stepping to the plates. So men at second and thirds, 5 runs are in for League City in the bottom half of this inning. That's hit hard. If it's fair, it's going to be trouble. It is. That will be a double easily. 2 runs will score. And guess what? League City has their first lead of the ball game.
Now I'm back, number 9, Chase Dougherty.
Chase Dougherty going to step to the plates. So Castillo steps in and gets rudely greeted with a double. Next hit is going to be a base, actually a nice running catch. We thought it was going to die. But a 7-run explosion here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And now League City leads 10-9. Don't go away. We still got a lot of baseball left. You're watching Region 8 tournament here on Radioactive 24/7 Sports. We'll take a timeout. Top half of the 7th inning and the fireworks show coming quickly to the end here in the 6th inning. You think about what we saw. It was Arizona in the top half of the inning answering back with a home run and 3 runs. And then in the bottom half, we see League City answer back with 7 runs. First pitch is knocked down, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. 14 hits and 10 runs for League City, and it's 4 hits and 4 runs. Actually, 9 runs for Arizona. 1 ball, 1 strike. So it's a base actually deep in the hole. There's the throw, not going to be in time. Martin Garcia going to step to the plate. A good at bat, legging out the single. Opportunity here for Arizona to answer back in the 7th inning. Region A tournament baseball, very competitive. As we said at the beginning of the cast, when you see 2 teams like this, good pitching doesn't always matter. It's good hitting that's making the difference. This pitch is high. It's now 1 ball and no strike. So we see a change on the mound, and Parker Osborne, who initially started as the catcher, is now pitching in relief. Behind the plate is Logan Spuler. Taylor made double play, and that's a good rally killer here for League City.
Now batting, number 31, Orlando Romero.
So nicely played. Ball hit up the middle. Second baseman just literally putting his foot on the bag as he makes the catch and then throws to first, getting the double. So Romero going to step to the plate with 2 down. We're in the top half of the 7th inning. Good to have you along. We're going 9. Curveball dropping it in for a strike on the inside corner. 14 hits, 10 runs for Arizona. 10 hits, 9 runs. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. So Osborne delivers, bounces 1. Fortunately for Spuler, there was nobody on. First appearance that we are seeing here by Spuler in the tournament. Osborne going the whole way as far as catching for League City that we've seen to date. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hammered, whacked for a base hit.
Next up, number 7, Joseph Molina.
So it's a 2-out single, and it's the catcher Joseph Molina stepping to the plate. Molina, as we mentioned in a couple of webcasts ago, one of those new era catchers. Slim, fast, very agile behind the plate. First pitch going to be a slow roller to the shortstop, going to go across the diamond and gets the final out. So a very good inning by Osborne to put the lid on scoring. The fireworks show for the moment has ceased. So after 6.5 in the books, it is a 10-9 lead. League City on top. So Lake City, in the bottom half of the 7th inning, is going to be Cody Plowman stepping to the plate, followed by David Reyna, Jonathan McKay. So Castillo now, and the next pitch, it is hammered, and this one's out of here. Wow. One swing, one pitch, and it's a 2-run lead, and he sent it high and deep. Almost like a Mark McGuire type of home run with the height of the ball flying out of here.
Now batting, number 1, David Reyna.
David Reyna going to step to the plate. That one was hit very, very deep. It's an 11-9 ball game. 15 hits now, and their first home run for League City in this ball game. Castillo coming with a little extra speed on that, maybe a little frustration. Count goes to 1-1. But two of the top pitchers for Arizona getting roughed up, both in Moraga and now Castillo. 2 balls, 1 strikes. Bottom half of the 7th inning, going 9. It's going to be a 2 bouncer to the third baseman, getting him at first.
Now coming to the plate, number 17, Jonathan McKay.
Jonathan McKay, who's had a good day at the bat, had a run-scoring double earlier. First pitch going to be at the knees on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Really could hear the snap of the mitt by Castillo. Whack to the second baseman, 1 hopper, and he gets the out.
Now batting, number 8, Parker Osborne.
So Parker Osborne, who started as the catcher, came in last inning and did a very good job in relief. Most likely we will see him head back to the mound. Got to feel good with a 2-run lead here. Castillo snapping the mitt for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Next pitch waved at, took a little bit off. Count goes to 0-2. So a little bit of a surprise in a couple of ways, but not a surprise in the other. A little bit of a surprise in that we see Arizona getting touched up after the performances they've had on the mound coming into this game, but not a surprise to see League City adjusting and hitting the ball well. 11 runs in this game. Yesterday was 25. Next pitch going to be hit up the middle, base hit.
Coming to the plate, number 20, Reed Hamilton.
Reed Hamilton, opportunity. We can see other teams starting to enter into the stadium, getting ready for the night set. We'll be here with you on Radioactive. You can watch a rebroadcast of this, especially folks in Texas. I'm sure you'll want to go back and watch it again. Slow roller down the left field line, foul. That's assuming that League City wins this game. 16 hits, 11 runs, including a home run for League City. 11 hits, 2 home runs, 9 runs for Arizona. Missing inside and low. Count goes to 1-1. Special thanks again going out to all the sponsors for this game in League City. There goes the runner. Here comes the throw. It's going to be high. Good backup by the center fielder. Keeps Osborne at second. CMC Communications Broadcasting. Charles, thanks for sending this out on radio. Condition Monitoring Solutions, Advantage BMW Clear Lake, located at 400 Gulf Freeway, South League City. League City Postal McLean Boat Trailers, the Gulf Coast's largest manufacturer of trailers. Next pitch going to be a slow roller, going to be a tough play. Castillo comes up firing on the one-hander, and he gets it. So it's 7 complete. It's an 11-9 lead by League City. You're watching the Game of the Week here from Denver. We'll be right back. Angel Castillo to lead it off in the top half of the 8th inning. And clearly a very good job and really a character demonstration. And we'll give you a little bit of history lesson here in a moment. Osborne on the mound. First pitch just missing, must have been a little bit high. Count goes to 1-0. Osborne set. Delivers a strike across the plate, evens it up at 1-1. So facing a very tough batter in Castillo is Osborne. Castillo catching one on the inside corner, taking it to 1-2. Castillo, of course, with the home run earlier in the ball game. 11-9 ball game, League City on top. It's going to be a slow chopper to the second baseman. Got plenty of time and gets the out.
Now batting, number 28, Dylan Moran.
Dylan Moran going to step to the plate. Not that there's any panic here in Arizona. This is a scrappy team, and they're used to being in tight spots. They've seen many of them over the last couple of years coming to the regional tournament, facing some very good competition. Had a chance to, at the banquet, see some familiar faces over the last couple of years. 0-1 pitch by Osborne, just missing on the inside corner. 1-1. So we're expecting Troy Rink from Channel 7. He's one of the sports guys there. Going to come in and throw out the first pitch in the next game. Next pitch is fouled away. Count goes to 1-2. But keep in mind, Arizona late in the ball game, making a big rally with 3 runs, getting it close, but just couldn't finish the effort and going down to defeat. 1-2 pitch on the way, missing on the inside, evens it up at 2s. Osborne maybe forcing that one just a little bit, trying to put a little extra mustard on that one. 2-2 pitch, pop up on the changeup, and diving trying to catch that. Nice effort by Garrett Poston, now playing third base. Count still remains 2-2. Good effort. League City, this is the first appearance in the region tournament. Would love to extend this one and move on. Two balls, two strikes, one out. Poston set in the windup, whacked, and it's a base hit, just getting past the second baseman.
Now batting, number 4, David Kelch.
David Kelch, top of the lineup. This is where the action really begins. And I say that kind of a tongue-in-cheek type of thing because you think about where a lot of the scoring has been for Arizona in this ball game, and it's been with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Getting back in time, but a good move by Osborne. So Kelch now trying to stay out of the double play to end the inning. Don't want to kill this potential rally. Next pitch going to be inside, just missing. Count goes to 1-0. You know it's close when the catcher just holds his glove and hoping that he can frame it just enough to get the call, but nothing doing. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out. Knocked down nicely by the first baseman to prevent the runner from moving on. The last thing you want to do is give up a run or give up a lead on an error, especially a throwing error, when you're trying to hold the runner at first. 1 ball, no strike, 1 out. Curveball gets it on the outside corner, and it's now 1-1. Really like what I'm seeing here with Osborne, mixing up the speed of the ball. He's using an off-speed curveball, not a hard snapping curveball or even slider. Getting the strike. 1-1 pitch. This time comes with the fastball missing. Count goes to 2-1. Have not seen very many cut fastballs. Really more traditional pitching in the slider, the curveball, the changeup, and the fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Osborne delivers, going to be a base hit. We'll see if they advance the runner. Wheels are there, so now we have runners at the corners.
Now coming to the plate, number 2, Jacob Federico.
Jacob Federico, followed by Rafael Padilla. So Arizona very calmly mounting a threat here in the top half of the 8th inning. We're going 9. League City up by 2, but men at the corners. There's 1 out. Now, if they can hit in, if League City can get a double play, this will kill the rally. And then technically Arizona will only have 1 more at-bats. So Osborne coming in and doing a good job in the last inning with some good pitching. First pitch fouled away, and some good plays, of course, in the infield always helps. But Arizona not giving up, and we've seen them too many times, threatening once again, putting the pressure back on. 0-1 pitch, there goes the runner, bluffs the throw. Even if there wasn't anybody on third, that was a great jump by David Kelch. There was no way that you would have gotten him. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Men at second and third. So they're going to have to hold the runner at third before making the throw to first. Osborne just out, actually catches the corner. Nice little framework there done by the catcher. Takes it to 1-2. Osborne really taking his time here, being deliberate. 1-2 pitch on the way. Inside and just missing. Catcher thought he had it, was ready to go and throw the ball. So they call a check swing, and it's a strikeout. So a big strikeout with 2 outs. Men at second and third. This is one of those nail biter times for both teams. We're in the 8th inning. We don't have much to go. Next pitch whacked to second baseman. He knocks it down, comes across, and he gets the final out. So a very good inning by Osborne and a timely strikeout, and prevents any runs from coming across. So after 8.5 in the books, League City on top, 11-9. You're watching the game of the week from the Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University. We'll be right back. Bottom half of the 8th inning, Garrett Poston whacks one down the right field line. Nice play. It is a fair ball taken by the first baseman, and he gets the first out.
Coming to the plate, number 23, Alec Lamar.
So Orlando Romero doing a tight wrap act here on first base, getting the first out. Next ball is hit up the middle. Shortstop coming across, going to fire, should get him, and they do. So 2 pitches, 2 outs.
Next up, number 16, Jason Jekyll.
Jason Jekyll stepping to the plate. Castillo settling down now. Getting touched up earlier on the home run. More of what we're used to seeing here with Angel. 2 down. First pitch taken low for a ball. It's now 1-0. Mike Ray, Warren Ray, and Cam Gibson bringing it to you. Next pitch wide. Good to have you along. This is our first game of the webcast. We'll be doing the 7 o'clock slot. That'll be coming up. Next pitch, it's waved at. Count goes to 2-1. Fans really being treated to a very well played ball game. A lot of fireworks, some good plays. 2-1 pitch. Going to be a slow roller to the second baseman. That should do it. So a very easy inning for Angel Castillo, which is what Arizona needs. And it's going to be their last bat attempts here to try to not only even this one up, but get ahead. You're watching the game of the week from Denver. We'll be right back. Top half of the ninth inning. Interesting scenario. We've seen so many interesting plays and strategies in this ball game. Arizona down by 2. Osborne trying to finish this one out. First pitch missing on the inside, and it's 1-0. So Moraga going to lead it off here for Arizona, one of those dangerous hitters. Osborne delivers a strike, keeping it up at 1-1. So the winner of this game will move forward, and one will go home. 1 ball, 1 strike. Osborne delivers outside, 2-1. On deck is Martin Garcia and Orlando Romero to follow. 16 hits, 11 runs for League City, 13 hits, 9 runs for Arizona. Next pitch hit hard to the shortstop. He bobbles it, so he'll get the hit. Just came up a little bit fast, and so now Moraga with the leadoff single.
Number 6, Martin Garcia.
Martin Garcia. Opportunity here. You will see a look at a double play. League City is efficient at that, so looking for a ground out. So Reyna getting a little bit anxious there, came up because of the speedy Moraga racing down the first base line and not able to come up to make the throw. First pitch dropped in for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. Regency Athletic Complex, good to have you along, is where this tournament's being held. This is the first year. We'll be back here next year. 0-1 pitch on the way. Popped up. It's going to go foul. Count goes to 0-2. Execution, how important is it, especially down towards the end of the ball game? Would guess that David Reyna 9 times out of 10 will make that play easily, even though it was a tough play with the speedy Moraga. Moraga not getting a very big lead. Next pitch going to be another chopper, another opportunity. They're going to go get the force. They're going to try to turn it, but it's too late. But they get the lead runner.
Now approaching the plate, number 31, Orlando Romero.
Orlando Romero with 1 out. Same scenario. Speedy runner at first. This time redeeming himself was Reyna, getting the force at second. That shows you how fast this Arizona team is, because it was a 2-hopper, just not able to turn it. First pitch low. It's now 1 ball and no strikes. Both teams in the stadium watching, getting ready for their turn for the 7 o'clock game. Two games scheduled for tomorrow on Saturday. If you're in the local Denver area, they'll get underway at 3 and 7. Should be a lot of fun to watch. One of these teams will be here tomorrow. Arizona down by 2. Osborne delivers. Popped up. Second baseman has a play almost into short right field, and he gets the second out.
Now batting, number 13, Fabian Ferreira.
Fabian Ferreira stepping in on a pinch hitting role with 2 outs. League City now trying to close this one out, put the lid on the coffin, basically. First pitch taken for a strike. You can hear the snap of the mitt hitting the outside corner, and it's 0-1. So Osborne coming in relief in the 7th inning, 2 very good innings, not allowing any score and trying to finish this one out in the 9th inning. Osborne clearly going to get a good rest tonight after catching and starting this game. He started as a catcher for every game so far in this tournament and now trying to finish this one out. 0-1 pitch on the way, took a little bit off, got away from him, and it's now 1-1. So Ferreira is set at 1-1. Next pitch is going to be a little chopper, and that will do it right to Osborne. Does the backflip.
And please put your hands together for both of these teams. Outstanding ball games for these fine young men.
So a very good effort by League City.
First pitch is targeted for 7 p.m.
So in their first appearance, League City's going to move on. And Arizona, who's gone to the finals, will go home. So a very good effort by both teams. You cannot complain if you're an Arizona fan. This team has put a very good effort, both pitching, hitting, and fielding-wise. So when you see them, congratulate them for the great effort that they did in this tournament. We are going to try to get an interview here with some of the winners here this afternoon. You're watching the Game of the Week here on Radioactive 24/7 Sports at the Regency Athletic Complex. We're going to take a short timeout. So we're going to give you some numbers here, and we're going to try to get an interview by one of the players or two of the players and the coach. Final numbers of this game for League City, 16 hits and 11 runs. Keep in mind the big explosion in the 6th inning. What a big explosion. Then another run in the 7th inning with 11 runs total for Arizona. Very good effort. 13 hits on 9 hits. Oddly enough, you look at what happened with League City. Actually, Arizona, they only had 1 error, and there were 2 errors by League City, which is really unique. So we're going to try to get an interview here, maybe by a player, and we actually have one of the folks here from League City, and we're going to get this underway, and we'll get our headset set. And what I will do is we're going to just kind of do the microphone thing with my headset as my technician works on this. So I'm going to let you go ahead and tell us who you are. And first of all, congratulations. What a great ball game that we saw here by League City. A lot of character being displayed here this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm Ed Majors. I'm the state tournament director for the Texas American Legion. And we're really proud of these young men. They're a good ball club. They never give up.
I would say that, yes, I would totally agree with that. And again, wow, what a fun time watching these kids come in here. And I got to give a lot of credit. First of all, we'll say everybody came through with timely hits and really controlling their emotions, because Arizona really can be a machine. I don't know if you know the history here, but Arizona has been in the finals 2 years in a row in Boulder here at the Regional, and they didn't look like they were scared at all coming into the last 2 innings, but your guys really came through.
Yeah, I was a little worried about when they scored that 5 runs in the 3rd inning, and then our guys kind of looked a little down. But couple of hits, and that brings your energy right back to you.
Well, I got to say, 7 runs in the 6th inning?
Yeah.
That was huge, and they just kept hitting ball after ball after ball.
Yeah, they did. League City's always been a pretty strong hitting team. They used to have, in the past, they've had a lot more power than they have this year, although they've had a couple of home runs in this one. I think yesterday was a couple of windblown home runs, but none of them today were cheap. They were good hits.
Well, I got to say, Osborne, you think about what he's done in this ball game, and he's caught, well, actually, I'll just say the tournament, and Osborne has caught most of the ball games, if not all of them. Then he has to come in with 3 innings after starting the game as a catcher. And I got to say, wow, the stamina of this young man has just been tremendous, and he really held his nerve there.
Yes, he did, and he's a quality young man. I mean, he's played with this team the last couple of years, and he never gets down, never gets too up. He's just a solid ball player, good catcher, and obviously a pretty good pitcher also. I might say that Garrett Poston pitched a complete game in the first game of the.
That's right.
In the first game of the state tournament, and came back today, and again he gave up 5 in the 3rd, and he gave up 4 in the first or second of the first game of the tournament, and came back and threw 94 pitches and pitched the rest of the game. So he's a pretty quality young man too.
Well, Poston, again, you got to think about the strategy here in a long tournament like this. And I remember watching Arizona a couple nights ago, and they threw really their top 3 and 4 pitchers, and they only threw them 2 innings each. And I thought, okay, they're setting themselves up to try to save the arms, and it's really becomes a game of strategy to protect those arms because these tournaments can be really long.
Well, they can, and then you've got the situation with the pitch count as well.
Yep.
So after 31, the boys got a set for the next day. Can't come back and pitch. So managing the pitch count and things like that's really strong attribute to Ronnie Oliver. I think he does a great job. Steve Whittington down here is kind of like his right-hand man. So they do a good job with their teams, and this is the 3rd year in a row they've been here. So been to the regional. But,
right.
This year, I really thought the first game they just weren't ready to play, but this game they came back pretty good, and yesterday as well.
I would agree with you. It looked like they were just trying to get adjusted in that first game, and I thought, okay, this team has talent, and you're coming into a whole new situation. Denver, and this is a beautiful complex. I'm not saying that it was any bigger than the other regionals that they played in, but a little different feel here in Denver. And how were they responding when they first came in?
Well, they were pretty loose. Everything. I went to the banquet with them night before last, and they seemed in good spirits and ready to go. It just yesterday morning, maybe they're just not morning kids,
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Later in the day.
No, I get it.
They did come back well, and I'm really proud of them. The state of Texas is certainly proud of them.
I'll tell you what, we've had some fun discussions with some of the folks that have come here from your city, and really a pleasure to hang out, and really just a good down-home feeling. I'm really enjoying talking, and I'm so glad in your first appearance here to Colorado that you guys are able to extend tomorrow.
Okay.
And they always say never say die. As we were painting the picture, we know that teams are going to lose a game or so, but just one loss doesn't mean you're out of this tournament. Never say die.
We hosted the regional tournament in 2010, and Midwest City, Oklahoma lost the first game of the regional tournament.
Okay.
And after the tournament was over, they came back and won that tournament.
Right.
And lost their star players, a shortstop, JT Redbow, who's now the #1 catcher for Miami.
Oh, okay.
The
Wow.
Miami Marlins. He's a 300 hitter right now in the major leagues. But they lost him. He signed a contract that night. They went on to the World Series, lost the first game of that tournament, and come on and win the World Series. So that never say die attitude is a good one to have.
Well, you remember Rick Herrig when he was talking about those moments when he was addressing, all the players and so forth, and really the mental toughness. And your team obviously showed a lot of toughness here this afternoon.
I managed to tell him the other night that 2009 American Legion state champion was Texarkana, Arkansas.
Oh, okay.
Texarkana, Texas. Excuse me.
No.
And Michael Walker, who pitches for the St. Louis Cardinals now, was a pitcher on that team.
Oh, wow.
Along with John Stilson.
Okay.
And they went on to the World Series in Fargo, North Dakota. They didn't win it, but they showed well. But Michael Walker's obviously come along and done a pretty good job.
I was going to say, I mean, I really like the way that your staff here, very calm. I mean, it seems, I'll bet, I don't know, and I haven't watched enough, but I bet they're more on mentoring and educating versus getting on a player when they make mistakes. That's kind of the feeling I got from them.
They are. Ronnie's super with kids.
I thought so.
He's always on their side. He doesn't get really down on them. And I saw him earlier in the day back here outside the fence before the game.
Okay.
Working with one of the young men on his hitting technique.
Fundamentals, yeah.
Just the fundamentals of the game. So.
Well, it showed today. Well, congratulations.
Well, thank
and
you very
we're going to
much.
be here again tomorrow. You're going to have to get used to us here.
I'll be here.
We're going to be your neighbor, it sounds like. We'll be back here webcasting you tomorrow because we are doing all the games the rest of the way. So congratulations.
All right.
Hopefully we'll get a chance to talk to some of your players. We
Thank
will
you
see you
very
tomorrow.
much. Thank you very much.
So that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, here in Game 1. And it again was League City, Texas, walking away with this one with a very competitive effort. Final score is 11 tonight. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the evening game on Radioactive. We'll see you soon. Actually, we're going to keep this rolling, and I'm glad we got a chance to actually talk to some of the players of the game. I'm going to put that on you. You must be Mr. Osborne.
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll put that up there for you. First of all, what a great effort today. I mean, you guys never said die. I mean, Arizona is a very tough team. I was telling the gentleman here just before, they've been in the regional final 2 years ago against some very tough teams in San Mateo and obviously Hawaii, who had a number of Division I players. How are you feeling right now?
I feel great. Team fought back. We're just taking it one pitch at a time, doing everything we could to battle back.
Well, I'm a catcher too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was a catcher, and I thought, wow, this guy, meaning you, Parker, had started, and you started every game, I'm imagining, catching. Am I correct?
Played outfield for 2 games.
Oh, you did?
So,
okay.
yes,
I
sir.
didn't see every game, but you put a lot of time in here, and you come through after starting the game, and then what was it like coming in against an Arizona buzzsaw and having to put the lid down on them?
I just had to locate my pitches because I knew spots were major in that part. So locating pitches and just letting them hit the ball to my guys, let them make plays.
Very nice. Now, this is your first, obviously visit to Colorado. Maybe you've been here before. What do you think of this tournament so far?
It's fantastic.
What are you
Overall
liking about it?
experience.
I'm just curious. Is this the first time you've been to Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Nice.
It's-
So you can call me Mike. You're good. So, Okay, great. And again, this first appearance. So we're kind of hoping, we're kind of getting used to your crowd. We've done every game, almost every game you guys have done here. So again, I know you've got a lot of fans over there. So thinking about tomorrow, what is your thinking about tomorrow when you go into it? Are you thinking one pitch at a time? What do you think on your level?
I'm thinking one pitch at a time. Just do what we just did, battle back, just keep fighting.
Very good. Well, congratulations. I love the way you came in and put the lid down on these guys. And I like Arizona. I've gotten to know some of these guys for the last 2 years. So a great effort. We hope to see you again tomorrow. And if you win, come back and say hello to me again, okay?
Will do.
Okay,
Appreciate
Parker,
it.
we're going to go ahead and hand off to your coach here. Well, congratulations, Coach. What a great effort. And we are so glad that we can take this and bring this to the fans, obviously, in your city. And we've had a lot of fun talking. What's your feeling right now? First appearance here in Colorado.
I'm real proud of the way my team's fighting back. We come out that first game little, I guess, jet lagged or whatever, but, just like today, get down a couple runs, it never phases them. They just keep pounding the baseball. As long as you keep hitting, you're going to keep doing good things.
Well, as Rick Herrig was talking about in that opening speech here to everybody about mental toughness, you guys really displayed that. You got to be really proud of these kids.
I'm super proud. It's a joy to coach them. It's a joy that I see the fight in them.
Oh, yeah.
And there's never no panic. It's just let's go through the motions. They know what to do. They're very, very talented ball team.
Well, I like the way, again, there were some tough moments and some big plays in the field. I mean, obviously Parker came through. Poston had some big moments pitching-wise. I mean, you could see Arizona slap one and get a base hit or a double. Then he'd come back and challenge him on a curveball or whatever that changeup was on the inside.
Yes.
I thought, wow, this kid's gutsy.
It's, I got a real great performance out of both Poston and Osborne. That was the plan going in, take him as far as he could, and let Parker come in and finish it out. And, plan works. It's like I tell these boys, we have a plan. If we execute to our plan, good things will happen. So right now we're just sticking with that plan. Texas teams, we're all going to fight. That's what we know how to do, is fight.
Oh, and it clearly shows. Yeah. Now, are you guys getting a lot of response from the friends encouraging you with, texts and different things? I imagine your phones are getting rung off the hook there.
It's a wonderful thing to have that much support at home and really throughout the state. I've had several calls throughout the state that guys checking on us and telling us what we're doing. So, it's pretty good backing for us. We real proud of the whole community and the boys especially. I mean, they've just really come a close-knit guys. So, real proud of them.
Well, congratulations on a terrific victory. You'll get to go and enjoy this one. Of course, you'll be back here tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be back webcasting tomorrow, so we're looking forward to calling your boys again. And again, good luck tomorrow, and I hope that you're making the trip to Shelby.
Thank you very much. We're going to give it a heck.
All right, thank you for coming by.
All right.
Again, a great effort, and really enjoyed visiting with not only the players here and obviously the coach here for League City. So we're going to end this one and get ready for the next one. You're watching this on Radioactive247sports.com. And, of course, you can watch a rebroadcast, call it a rewind, whatever you want to call it, as many times as you like. We're going to post it momentarily as soon as it loads up. We'll catch you here in a few minutes.